Ever wondered how a perfect steak is made? Well, you're not alone. In the world of culinary arts, the perfect steak is nothing short of a masterpiece. And like any great piece of art, it starts with a high-quality canvas. In this case, the right cut of steak. The cut you choose plays a significant role in the taste, texture, and overall satisfaction of your steak experience. Take a moment to picture this: a steak that's tender, juicy, and filled with robust flavors. The secret to such a steak lies in the quality of the meat. High-quality fresh beef is a must, but there's more. This is where the concept of dry aging comes into play. Dry aging is a process where a cut of beef is allowed to rest in a controlled, open-air environment. This not only allows the meat to lose excess moisture, enhancing the flavor, but also lets natural enzymes break down the tough muscle tissue, resulting in an incredibly tender steak. Now let's talk about the different cuts of steak. Each cut has unique characteristics that make it stand out. There's the ribeye, known for its rich, beefy flavor thanks to the generous marbling. Then there's the lean, yet flavorful tenderloin, or the T-bone, which gives you the best of both worlds with its tender fillet and flavorful strip. Speaking of marbling, it's time we delve into its role in the steak's flavor and tenderness. Marbling refers to the small white flecks of fat within the meat. This fat melts during cooking, seeping into the steak and infusing it with a rich, buttery flavor that's hard to resist. Moreover, it contributes to the steak's tenderness, making every bite melt in your mouth delicious. So, the next time you're selecting a steak, take a moment to appreciate the art that goes into creating the perfect one. Remember, a great steak starts with the right cut and quality. It's all about that marbling. Now that you've got your prime cut, what next? It's all about seasoning and preparation. You see, seasoning isn't just a step in the process. It's the secret to unlocking the steak's full potential. The classic pairing of salt and pepper works wonders, enhancing the natural flavors without overpowering them. Just a generous sprinkle of both will do the trick. Next, we talk about oil, but not just any oil. You're going to want an oil that can handle the heat, like canola or grapeseed. It's going to help create that mouth-watering crust we all crave. Now here's a tip that might surprise you. Let your steak sit out until it reaches room temperature before cooking. Why, you ask? This helps the steak to cook evenly, ensuring that perfect medium-rare finish from edge to edge. So, with your steak seasoned and prepped, you're ready to cook. But wait, there's a method to this delicious madness. Cooking a steak is an art, and you're the artist. It's time to take the canvas of beautifully seasoned raw steak and transform it into a mouth-watering masterpiece. Let's get started, shall we? First up, we're going to use the high-heat searing method. This technique is all about locking in those rich flavors. Your pan needs to be screaming hot. Think of it as the sun kissing the surface of your steak, creating a beautiful brown crust that's bursting with taste. Remember, it's not about cooking the steak at this point, it's about searing the surface. Now here's a golden rule. Flip the steak only once. Yes, you heard it right. Once. This isn't a pancake we're tossing around. It's a noble piece of beef deserving of our respect. Flipping it just once allows the steak to cook evenly without losing its delightful juices. But how do you know when it's done? Here's where intuition meets science. You can use a meat thermometer if you wish, but the reliable touch test works just as well. Press the steak lightly. If it's soft and springs back, it's medium rare. If it's firm, it's well done. With practice, you'll be able to tell the doneness just by touch. Once your steak is cooked to your liking, it's time for a little rest. No, not you, the steak. Resting allows the juices to redistribute, making your steak even more succulent. It's like a well-deserved siesta after a passionate flamenco dance, and it's crucial for a juicy steak. And there you have it, a perfect steak, cooked to perfection. But remember, practice makes perfect. With each steak you cook, you'll become more adept, more confident, and before you know it, you'll be the maestro of the steak, creating culinary symphonies that delight the senses and warm the heart. So, to sum it all up, the journey to the perfect steak begins with selecting the right cut. Whether it's a succulent ribeye or a tender filet mignon, the quality and freshness of your steak can make all the difference. Then comes the art of seasoning, using just the right amount of salt and pepper to bring out the natural flavors of the meat. Next, it's all about cooking to perfection. Remember, patience is key here. Whether you're searing, grilling, or broiling, the right amount of time and heat will ensure your steak is cooked just the way you like it. Lastly, don't forget the crucial step of resting your steak. This allows the juices to redistribute throughout the meat, making every bite a juicy delight. So don't be shy to practice and experiment with different cuts and seasonings. So next time you're craving a steak, remember these steps and you'll be well on your way to steak heaven. Until next time, stay hungry and keep sizzling.